Good morning, class. Let us continue with our study of pronouns. In the last video, we did discuss the features and the definition of pronoun. In this video, we will see various types of pronouns in English. Actually, there are many words which can act as a pronoun, but they express different kinds of meaning, and they do not all follow the same grammatical rules. So here we will see the types of the central pronouns, the major pronouns. The central pronouns express contrasts of person, first person, second person, third person, gender, male, female, neuter gender, and number, that is singular and plural. They all express a definite specific meaning. There are three types of such central or major mean pronouns. These are personal pronouns, reflexive pronouns, and the possessive pronouns. Personal pronouns are the main means of identifying speakers, addressees to whom a person is talking to, and others, that is who are not present in the discussion. So there are three kinds of people in a speech or in a discussion, in a dialogue. First person means the person who is actually talking, that is the first person, and the second person is the listener to whom the speaker is talking to, and the third person refers to the people who are not present in at the time of this discussion, but about whom these two are talking. So such pronouns that indicate or that identify, that show these speakers, the listeners, and the others are known as the personal pronouns. For example, the pronouns like I, you. I is first person, you second person, he, she, it third person, we first person but plural, and they third person and plural. So these are the personal pronouns. The first type of pronouns are called as the personal pronouns. Then we have second type of pronouns, that is the reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns always end in self or selves. The pronouns that end in -self, self or selves, that take the suffix self or selves, are the reflexive pronouns. Now, why are they known as reflexive? Because they reflect the meaning of a noun or pronoun elsewhere in the clause. For example, myself, yourself. So they reflect somebody else's identity, meaning. For example, John shaved himself. So himself reflects John, which is present in the same clause at some other place. They washed themselves. So themselves is the reflexive pronoun. So such pronouns ending with self and selves are known as the reflexive pronouns. Then we have possessive pronouns. The pronouns that express ownership, malki, hakka, ownership, and appear in two forms. So these are known as the possessive pronouns. They indicate possession, they show possession, ownership, and they have two forms. For example, my, your, his, etc., which are used as determiners in the noun phrase. And these, as we already know this while we were studying the noun phrase structure. So in case of determiners, there are the possessive pronouns, and they indicate possession, my, your, his, etc. So this is one form. For example, my ear, my car, her bike, etc. Then when they are used independently on their own, they are like this. Mine, they have this another form: mine, yours, his, hers, ours, etc. But they are the same, that is possessive pronouns. So these are the main three types: personal pronouns, reflexive pronouns, and the possessive pronouns. Then we have some other types of pronouns, which are reciprocal pronouns, relative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, as well as demonstrative pronouns. Let us see one by one. Reciprocal pronouns are used to express a two-way relationship. Reciprocal, two-way relationship. Each other, one another. So these are known as, so they appear in phrases. There are more than one word in these pronouns. So each other, one another, they are known as the reciprocal pronouns. For example, they blamed each other. So the pronouns used to express a two-way relationship, they are known as the reciprocal pronouns. Then relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are used to link a relative clause. To relate means to link, to join something to something else. So they are used to link a relative clause to the head of the noun phrase. Now there are some pronouns which are used to join a clause which is a relative clause to a noun phrase, and those pronouns are known as the relative pronouns. For example, who, whom, whose, which, and that. So they are known as the relative pronouns. Then we have third type, that is known as the interrogative pronouns. These are used to ask questions about personal and non-personal nouns. The pronouns that are used to ask questions about personal and non-personal nouns are known as the interrogative pronouns. For example, who, whom, whose, which, what. They are used in the questions, interrogative sentences. They permit a contrast between definite and indefinite meaning. For example, what did you buy? Now what indicates indefinite? There is an indefinite choice, an open choice. And which did you buy? That is definite. There is a limited number of choice. You choose from a small number of alternatives. So what and which, indefinite and definite, that is the contrast, and both are the interrogative pronouns. Then we have here the last type, which is known as the demonstrative pronouns. They express a contrast between near and distant. Here, there, this, that. So that, those. So these are they indicate the contrast between here and there, near and distant, this and that, these, those, etc. So they are known as the demonstrative pronouns. We'll stop here and continue tomorrow. Thank you.